Good morning, Delmarva. Welcome to the Great Green Home Show. I hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. We'd like to thank you for tuning in today. As always, we'll try to inform and entertain you while talking about how you can reduce your carbon footprint, save some energy, and even perhaps save a little money. We have our recurring characters on location with Cletus today.
Talking about us.
Helpful tips, green news, items both local and global. I'm Doug Hunt. Next to me is my co-host Paul Hughes. Good morning, Paul. How was your week?
It was great.
Anything special? Anything particularly green going on?
Nah, sorry, nothing much happened at all. Oh, well, unless you mean just maybe the best green fest ever at Washington, D.C. I mean, it was amazing. You went with me.
I did. Thousands of people.
I think tens of thousands of people.
It was
just huge.
Yeah,
we have to tell people about it. I mean, all right, it took...
So let's do that.
All right, it was 5 people wide. This is an amazing thing. 5 people wide in the line, and it was moving forward at a
was
clip.
Like 80 yards long when we got in it.
80 yards long, and
still,
it took us 20 minutes just to get to the sign.
20 minutes. I mean, but what was amazing was how fast they funneled people through. It was great.
Yeah, and we were in that line for a long time. So there were tens of thousands of people at this the Green Fest in Washington, D.C., which was speakers. Well, anyway, go ahead. What do you have?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what we're referring to, Paul and I, and with my wife in tow,
Brandna,
went to Washington, D.C. on Saturday to the Green Fest at the D.C. Convention Center, and wow, was that
everyone should
impressive.
Go to get information and to get jazzed. We're still jazzed, absolutely. There were over 300 booths and presenters, 2 stages. Thousands of people were listening to the woman from MDC. I mean, she was talking about Iraq or the ecology of what's going on over there. There were literally, I think, about 2,000 people in that one. There were booths for fair trade, clothing, shelter, recycled products of every kind, social organizations, green investment companies. They were pretty sharp. Local organic produce.
We had watershed restoration, organic health and beauty care. Energy Star was represented there.
Big
Small
booth for them.
Group Eco Adventures. We had those guys that we mentioned from Oregon with the bike trip. They were there.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, cool. Really, swear. And we had natural and organic food producers, environmental colleges.
I'm going back to college. There was a whole host of media and green media partners. Everything from E! Magazine to Free Speech. Free Speech TV was very cool. Link TV, Ms. Magazine, Natural Health, Natural Home.
Corporate social responsibility booths, community action groups, everything from Earth Justice to Oceana to Sierra Club to Trees for the Future. Conservation recycling initiatives.
I still don't understand Trees for the Future. You have to explain that one to me. But there was a whole aisle of eco-art, eco-fashion. There were probably 30 or more booths of eco-fashion, recycled clothes. Stuff made out of bamboo was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was made out of bamboo was unbelievable. Fair trade manufacturing, organic cotton apparel. I didn't see that one. You must have gone to that one.
I did.
Organic cotton apparel, everything.
Yep, another 10 booths on eco-travel, everything from tropical vacations to environmentally friendly auto clubs to eco-conscious boutique hotels.
And they were very economical, which is really good.
Yeah. Well, most of this stuff was.
There were probably 25 booths for fair trade everything. Fair trade teas, fair trade phone service, fair trade jewelry, fair trade pottery, and my favorite, which is not on the list here, fair trade chocolate, which I still have some of it, was unbelievable dark chocolate.
Yeah, you got the better of the two. I got another one from a different booth, and it was a little gritty.
Still buzzing.
But we had upwards of 15 booths on green building, everything from the U.S. Building Council to the Sustainable Design Group to Peabody Architects to the guys who make the bricks for your house right from the soil on your lot.
That was pretty cool.
That was very cool.
Or the ones you can throw through the windows. Green careers and education. There were about 15 booths. Talking about universities, National Environment Education Foundation, Institute for Humane Education. And did you know you can get a Bachelor's of Science in Sustainable Energy from Maharashtra University?
I did not know that, at least not until Saturday.
I still don't know what the name is, but I got close.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, Matahari University. And then there was, I have no idea what that was. And then there was the Great Green Kids Zone, which was a lot of fun for all the youngsters. The green media. There were about 50 booths for green media, and it's the media players. It was amazing.
You have over 3, but there were over 400. I have the list. There was over 400 booths there.
Well, because the book said 325 or something.
But they put more in because they had so many people there. Yeah, Natural Health, environment-friendly cleansers, Natural Home and Garden, new green businesses. A lot of information for people that want to get into green businesses. Certainly just going, you were inspired. Organic beer and wine, Doug's favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Organic,
that was excellent.
Yeah, we had to drive him to the
Woolover
store today.
Is a great organic beer.
There you go.
Yep.
Agricultural, renewable energy, socially responsible investing.
Okay, I don't want to beat it to death, but
I
this
do.
thing was huge.
I
know
want
you do. Hundreds of exhibitors, tens of thousands of people. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the green movement is here to stay.
That's
this
a nice
expo
green
demonstrated the opportunities available to anyone who wants to green their existing business or start a green business or just plain switch careers and go to work for somebody who's got a green business.
Or green your existing business.
Exactly. Well, that's what I said. Who wants to green their business?
Oh.
That was the first one. But it also showed me that there are an awful lot of folks out there who are trying to improve the planet and the lives of anyone who's interested in doing so. And it's already made a huge impact on my life. 1 week later, I'm using products I found at the expo that I didn't even know existed before. And in most cases, these things don't cost any more. In fact, in some cases, they cost less than the products that it replaced. And it's better for me and it's better for the planet. So it certainly showed me that the wave of the future, what the wave of the future is, and the excitement and hopefulness that was in the air was absolutely exhilarating.
And you need green cleansers at your house because you're starting to repeat yourself.
And maybe a breath.
Organic.
Okay.
All right.
So you don't pass out.
Okay.
Nice. It's jumping
Just
Doug
kidding
Day.
with you,
Friends
Doug.
like these, who needs enemas? Anyway.
The Great Green Home Show will try to feather out the truth of all these new and emerging technologies. I guess one of the things we have to look at is what is green, what isn't green, who are the hucksters, who's trying to say they're green but not really being green. So that's one of the things we're going to be doing in the near future. Most everybody there was for real. It was pretty cool. The electric car was just absolutely great.
The Zebra.
Even though
not
I don't,
the X-Spread, the
I don't
Zebra.
fit in it, but it was a great car.
I saw an electric car today at the Delaware Auto Show. That was cool.
Oh, neat. No, so we have to get a report on that, but we got to get moving here. So, Doug, take us out of here. Thank our sponsors and stuff because we got to move on. We don't have much time.
All right. Our sponsors, SunTrust Mortgage, CMI Electric, Energy Services Group, MyEcoAgent.com, and the Option Insurance Group. Also, to Mark on Roof for the great music. And don't forget to listen to Scott Burney's program on WVUD 91.3 FM on Fridays. And I will protect us now. The content of the Great Green Home Show is solely the responsibility of the Environmental Communication Foundation. It does not necessarily reflect the opinion of WILM, its sponsors, or Clear Channel Radio. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or use of the Great Green Home Show or its content without written permission from the Green Fox, Paul Hughes, Cletus T. Beaumont, Father Seamus, and the Environmental Communication Foundation is strictly prohibited.
Don't do it. Today's topic, cool things from the Expo, sponsored by SunTrust Mortgage of Christiana. That's the Expo, the Green Expo. Let's talk about it. We have a few minutes. First one, the absolute amazing amount of different entrepreneurs who are putting out quality products. That's the one thing I noticed, that these are quality products while respecting sustainability, bioorganics, and renewable energy.
Yep. These are your favorites, so you have to read them.
Oh, I have to read them? Mm-hmm. I liked all of the products that you could buy that donated a certain amount of money towards a specific cause, which would normally be affected by comparable products. So if you had a cleanser product that was organic, they were donating to the water fund, which other cleansers would be sort of polluting. So they were like twofold. The amazing amount of opportunities that are created from the existing efforts of the green entrepreneurs that we ran into. For every one entrepreneur we ran into, 2 or 3 were springing from it right there in the hallway with ideas and a lot of networking that was amazing. The excitement that builds as the show went on, and the amazing amount of respect that the participants and the presenters had for each other. But other than what was shown in the conversations and interaction, almost everywhere we were, there was a huge excitement about what was possible and what people were doing. We don't have much time left, so I'll just talk about if you have any inclining that you want to learn about this or go, or you want to be a green business, go, because all of the contacts we made, we didn't even have enough time to kibitz with everybody on TV. We had offers, radio.
We would have needed
different ideas came to us.
4 days.
People wanted to talk to us. They've been calling us since we went, and it was just an amazing experience because this is a growing, emerging realization that there's a market here. The market will appear. I mean, it's already here with high energy costs. So, Doug,
we're going to come back after
Am I too
the
excited?
Commercial break a little bit.
I'm sorry.
We're going to come back after the commercial break, and we're going to talk about this a little more.
Okay,
See you in a minute.
Good.